going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Flying Brian's Garage. So today we are working on the hydrostatic John Deere mud mower. First off is to cut the front end loose, because when it was dragged to her, I welded the front end solid. I want to cut that loose so it pivots again. I want to swap out the transaxle for one that is locked. It is still a hydrostat, but it'll be a locked hydrostat. We are going to add tabs here for the shifter to lock into different speeds. And we're going to do the holy pulley mod, where we take the pulleys off and drill holes in it to disperse the mud from the pulleys. And then other than that, that's about it. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we finally got the beast out of here, and we're bringing in the old Deere. I had to put it on the new tow rig because, if you remember, we broke the shifter. This is actually the new tow rig. It works really good. It is just welded all the way around to the plate and has an old snapper blade in between. I showed this in the previous video, but figured I'd show it again for people who ain't seen. But yeah, that old girl pulls. But we're gonna go ahead and get this here off of the trailer onto the lift, and then probably go ahead and yank the trans out of it and assess it from there. Alright, got the chop hose back up and we got her up on the lift. I went ahead and used the engine stand to lift the back, make it a little safer. I do have a ratchet strap keeping it from rolling forward. I have a ratchet strap keeping it from rolling back. I have the front on ramps. I have the middle on jack stands. And I also have this engine stand to keep it, or engine hoist to keep it up, just in case it decides to fall. So now we can go ahead and tear out our transaxle. Time to disassemble this rear end. Suckers are heavy. They're full of water. Alright. Let's get this other wheel off. Let's see if it'll... Yeah, that was it. Oh, damn it. Now that our wheels are off, we can get down in here, see what we're working with. We've got one bracket here, which I think I'm going to take the bracket off at the frame instead of at the trans. So I'm going to take it off here. We've got one on that side. We've got one. It looks like the brake on this. I think it is. So that's the brake right there, that lever going up that way. We'll take it off there. Looks like there's a clip that goes into the bottom and it just slides in, so we can just pop that off. Unbolt this side, unbolt that side. Take this plate off up top, up here, to access our belt. Take the belt off. Then we can drop our transaxle here with the 2 bolts on this side, 2 bolts on the other side. Start by disassembly of our top plate. It's only 1 bolt. Clips in on the other side, so we'll pop this 1 bolt off over here. We'll be able to get to it and get it off. Now the bolt's out. Our guard comes right off. Belt comes off. Guard comes out. So now, it's a brand new belt too. Heck yeah. Now we can start removing our bolts here. They are 10mm. Now that we have our 2 bolts removed from the brackets in the front here, I'm going to go ahead and disassemble that arm. And all it is a pin running through it, and you pop it out. And then we will be disassembling our bolts here on each side and dropping our transaxle out of this unit. So I want to take a quick second and pause the video and ask y'all to help me with something. I need y'all to do me a favor. Go down and hit that subscribe button. Smash it. Smash that bell. Go like the videos. You know, tell me where you're from. Say hi. Whatever. Ask me questions. It doesn't matter. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subs. And I cannot do that without your guys' help. So definitely go subscribe, check out Facebook, the Instagram, the Snapchat, and now we have a TikTok. You can just go type in Flying Brian's Garage and you will find me. All the profile pictures are the same. It's easy to find. And yeah, give me some likes, give me some subscribes, and all that good stuff. I'm trying to build this, and I can't build it without everybody's help. So, hope you guys are enjoying the videos. You know, got a lot of good videos coming, constantly coming, and I'm constantly sourcing new projects. So, stay tuned, and with that being said, let's get back to the video. Alright, so we need to turn our jack here. It's actually in the way of us getting the bolts loose. So we have tension back in the jack here. Got our shit to take off there. Lever here. See if I can. Yep, there we go. Drop that. She's out of the way. So now belt's out of the way, arm is out of the way. Put this clip over here, the rest of the parts. Now we can go ahead and start dropping our bolts. For the transaxle itself. I like to put my nut back on the bolt just to make sure I keep up with my hardware and where it goes. Okay, that's one side. Let's get to the other. Alright, let's get the other side real quick. Got 2 bolts. Here's one. Remember to put your nut back on your bolt. You won't get confused later. There's number 4. That's the bolt. That should drop our transaxle. So let's see if she'll come out of here now. Coming down. Bottle jacks are very slow. You hear it groaning. Now that we have our transaxle out, we are going to go ahead and clean this up a little bit to where none of the dirt gets in it. Blow it off. Then we'll flip it over. Get all that side clean. And then eventually what we will do is crack this thing open here soon and look at the diff. Welder solid. Alright, so we now have our transaxle cleaned up. I took some LAs. Totally awesome. I'm not sponsored by these guys, but I will say that at the dollar store you can go and buy some of this stuff. I use it concentrated. They say dilute before use, but when you're using it on engines and stuff like that, I do not dilute this stuff. I use it straight concentrate, spray it on, scrub it, let it sit for a few minutes, and it'll wash right off. See how clean that thing got? So we're going to go ahead and start taking our pan off here. Our diff is inside of here. So we will start taking our pan off and getting ready to look at our diff and see what it's looking like inside this transaxle. now that that has been broken free, we can try to pop our pan. She's a squirter. Shit. Opening her up. Ooh. She's full. Alright, so down here we're filtering out our oil for the trans. I've got some like mesh filtering in there to filter the trash out of the oil, so we'll have nice, good oil to get back in it. I did get that piece that fell out put back down in there. Figured out how it went. So one thing you want to make sure of when you go to do these things is make sure nothing falls out when you're doing it. You know, that's sucks, especially when you ain't took no pictures and you don't know where in the hell shit goes back. Yeah, I advise you to make sure that shit don't fall apart before you can figure it out. But that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and clean my workspace up here, and we're going to get this back up on the table here. Alright, got our transaxle back up on the table. And what we're looking at here is our spider gear right in here. Let me So this right here is a spider. As you can see, there's a gear that goes in between the two. Bring my axle in. See, there's a spider gear that goes in between the two here, and it kind of locks everything together. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in here and weld this together. And then we'll turn it, weld the other side, and then we'll have a locked diff then all we're going to have to do at that point is put the pan back on it, reseal it, get the oil back in it, and then we can put this unit here back in the tractor. So, with that being said, let's get to this and get this knocked out. Look at all the trash that was in that oil. Sure am glad I filtered it. Alright, let's weld us a diff. Time to close this thing back up. We now have us a locked hydrostat tough torque to go back up in the unit. I have sealed the case. I have put it back together. It has fluid filled back up into it. It is ready to go except for the pulley. If you remember correctly, we are going to do the Holy Pulley mod on this tractor. So we're going to pull this pulley off, get it drilled out, and ready to go back on the tractor. Now that we have our Holy Pulley mod completed, see all those burrs inside of there? Got to get in there with a round file and file all of those out and smooth so they don't tear the belt. Once you do that, you now then have the Holy Pulley mod. Alright, we have our inside filed, nice and smooth. Run your finger through there, make sure there's no burrs gonna catch the belt, and then you got your Holy Pulley mod complete. Let's get our transaxle back lined up. This is going to be harder than I thought. Start. Clean off part. Clean off the platform. There's one bolt. Two bolts. That's 5. 6. these heavy boxes back on there. This side's put back together. Let's go reassemble the other. Let's get this tire on here. These are not put on the water. They're a lot easier to put on. Coming off. Alright. Yep. Might want to put the key in there. You know. Not only complaining on my live axle ain't live. Alright, so we have our rear end back reassembled. The only thing we don't have going for us yet is we don't have the shifter welded back on from where it broke off, but we are going to be working on that tomorrow. Along with, we're going to take this off and we're going to come in here and figure out a way to make a locker for variable speeds, which will do very good for this tractor, especially in the mud. With that being said, we got our transaxle done. Everything is hooked back up, and it is ready to rock and roll. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to our list, the JD mud mower up here. Let's I forgot one. Holy pulley mod. So we got our transaxle locked and installed. We have to finish our holy pulley mod tomorrow on our front pulley on the engine. Then we will go ahead and install our gear stops, and then the ending we will cut the front loose. So let's go ahead and get this thing sitting on the ground, or not sitting on the ground, but the rear end sitting on the lift instead of this holding it up. That way I can go ahead and call it for the night and get ready for tomorrow. Alright, she's down on the lift with a locked rear end. Everything reassembled except for the shifter and a holy-poly mod on the transaxle. So watch out, she's going to be dangerous for the mud hole. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go in, I'm going to take a break and call it a night.
Tomorrow we'll come back out here and check the rest of these 3 things off the list. Get this thing done and out the door and back into the mud hole.
Alright guys, that's going to conclude part 2 of the John Deere mud mower. Part 3 is going to be finishing it up, so y'all stay tuned for that. Go down and leave a like and comment down below if you have any questions or just want to say something in general. Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok. You can go search Flying Brown's Garage on all those platforms and you'll find me. The only profile picture that is different is the Snapchat, and it's an avatar. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. We got a lot of good stuff coming, and a lot of good stuff to watch back there, so go check out some of the old videos. Stay tuned for the new videos. And yeah, like all the stuff and subscribe to all the stuff. So that being said, I will see you guys on part 3.